Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about 12 things mentally strong people don't do. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Ignoring vices. Before you can build good habits, you have to get rid of bad ones. Mentally strong people never ignore their bad habits because those bad habits hinder their progress and growth. Alright, let's say you're trying to be more productive. You create an inspiring morning routine. You feel energized, motivated, and confident, but then you watch TV, you browse social media, and all your hard work just goes down the drain. Even though you created a healthier routine, you're not tackling the whole problem. To build mental strength, you need to gradually exchange your bad habits for good ones. Otherwise, you're taking one step forward and 2 steps back. Number 2. Surrendering power. Why do mentally strong people lead more successful lives? Well, they achieve more than the average person because they take responsibility for every choice they make. In other words, they have the power to choose what they do and where they go every day of their lives. The problem is, many people give away their power. Alright, let's say you make a mistake at work. Instead of taking responsibility, you pass the blame. Maybe you don't want to face your flaws. Maybe you aren't ready to confront failure. Either way, you're avoiding responsibility and you're giving someone else power over your life. Mentally strong people never give away their power. They take full responsibility for their emotions, their actions, and their decisions. For better or worse, everything you do is yours. And yes, that includes your failures and flaws. Owning your weaknesses is necessary for your success and your self-confidence. Because total responsibility gives you total control over your choices, and that control is essential for your personal growth. Number 3. Refusing help. When you get stuck, do you ask for help? Some people think that asking for help is a sign of weakness, but it's actually a sign of strength. It takes mental fortitude to confess your shortcomings to another person. Plus, exposing your weaknesses, you can find someone with complementary strengths. That's why mentally strong people are never afraid to ask for help. They don't try to bulldoze every problem on their own because working alone limits your potential. No matter what problem you're trying to solve, cooperation works in your favor. A team of people bring unique strengths, talents, and perspectives to the table. In combination, a group of people can produce a greater product than you alone. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Even the strongest people rely on others to create, grow, and succeed, because asking for help isn't a sign of weaknesses. For many of the strongest people, it's a symbol of strength. Number 4. Stubborn inflexibility. Are you stubborn? Do you ignore perspectives that differ from your own? Mentally strong people are always willing to change their minds. They don't cling to their opinions, and they always listen to other people's ideas. Now, you may think this is a weakness. Many people are afraid of sounding wishy-washy, so they become stubborn. They blindly defend their opinions, but there's nothing wrong or weak about changing your mind. By listening to others, you gain more knowledge and a wider perspective. Even if your opinion changes, that change demonstrates intellectual growth and a greater understanding. It takes a strong person to make up their mind, but it takes a stronger person to change it. Number 5. Immediate results. Mentally strong people don't expect an immediate payoff. It'd be nice if you could reap the rewards of your labor right away, but the healthiest habits and routines impact your lifestyle over time. Mentally strong people turn their attention to the future. When they make decisions, they think about long-term goals. They consider how their choices will affect their lives down the road, not right this second. And because of that mindset, they never make impulsive decisions. You need to be patient and consistent with your decisions and your routines because personal growth is slow and gradual. If you rush toward the quickest payoff, you won't find the lasting changes that you're looking for. Because almost every impulsive decision, even the fun ones, end in regret. Number 6. Resenting success. Do you feel envious of other people's success? Do you criticize anyone that may have accomplished more than you? Mentally strong people never tear people down for achieving their goals. They don't criticize their success because their success story has nothing to do with yours. That's ultimately why we become envious. When someone succeeds, we wonder about our own progress. Why haven't we found the same success? Why aren't we reaching our goals? What does this person have that we don't? You want to defend yourself from the answers to those questions, so you criticize others, pretending like their success is easy or less significant. But what you're really doing is protecting your fragile ego. So if you want to build mental strength, you need to acknowledge and celebrate the success of others. You should surround yourself with people who are pursuing lifelong goals, and you should draw inspiration from their achievements. Because their success doesn't make your success any less valuable. Everyone moves at their own pace, and everyone walks their own path. If someone who you know finds success, don't feel sorry for yourself, be happy and get inspired. Number 7. Lack of compassion. It's important to take responsibility for your choices, but that doesn't mean you should criticize your shortcomings. If you fail or make a mistake, you shouldn't beat yourself up. Otherwise, you may destroy your self-esteem and lower your confidence. Mentally strong people don't tear themselves down. Instead, they show themselves compassion and they forgive their mistakes. Just think of yourself like a close friend or a family member. Would you ever insult or attack your closest friend for a mistake they made? Of course not. You would comfort them and help them get back on their feet. Well, treat yourself with the same compassion, because failure doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It's not a sign that you're unprepared, unintelligent, or unworthy. Ultimately, every failure only means one thing: you have more to learn and room to grow. Number 8. Reaching the limit. Mentally strong people are never done growing. They know that self-improvement is a lifelong process, and they're always searching for new ways to better themselves. Now, that doesn't mean mentally strong people are never satisfied. They're actually happier and more fulfilled than the average person. Why? Well, because they aren't desperate to change overnight. They don't expect themselves to undergo some huge, impossible transformation. Instead, they're satisfied with small, incremental growth. They want to improve upon the person they were yesterday. Their progress may be slow and steady, but they always know they're moving in the right direction. Number 9. Ruminating on mistakes. Do you lie in bed at night replaying conversations in your head? Do you walk away from every conversation wishing you had said something different? This is called rumination, and it's something that mentally strong people never do. Ruminating is like rewinding and replaying your mistakes over and over again. You're forcing yourself to re-experience the awkwardness and embarrassment of your worst moments. It's a strange kind of emotional torture, and it's not doing you any favors. Mentally strong people avoid rumination by reminding themselves what they can and can't control. You can't change something that happened before, but you can always change what happens next. Number 10. Venting anger. Do you ever blow off steam after a long day at work? You may vent to friends and family to get rid of your anger, but you're not actually solving the problem. Venting about a bad experience is like stoking a fire. By expressing your anger, you're adding more fuel to the fire. Venting once means you're more likely to vent again. Your anger starts to add up, your fire blazes brighter, and eventually those negative emotions will explode outward. So if you're angry at a coworker, for example, you may damage your professional relationship by stewing on everything they do wrong. Every mistake they make influences your perception of them. Anger piles upon anger, and over time that anger clouds your judgment. But that doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions. Instead, mentally strong people find healthier avenues to manage their emotional extremes. For example, instead of venting about a bad experience, deconstruct your feelings with someone you know and trust. Challenge yourself to find the root of the problem and figure out why someone or something makes you angry. Instead of fueling your growing fire, you can use this method to stomp it out once and for all. Number 11. Wishful thinking. Mentally strong people don't wish they lived a different life. This is incredibly common in the world today. People reflect on their experiences and wish they did everything differently. They regret their decisions and they fantasize about how much better their life could be. Mentally strong people don't want to rewind time. Instead, they empower themselves to make big changes. They look forward into the future and create the kind of life they dream of living. You can never rewrite the past, but you can always shape your future. If you want to build mental strength, then stop wishing for a different life because you have all the tools you need to create that life here and now. Number 12. Losing control. Mentally strong people never lose control of their emotions. They may be the most patient and cooperative people you know. They stay calm when others fly off the handle. They don't let their emotions get the best of them because extreme emotions lead to irrational, often poor decisions. So if you want to build mental strength, then practice staying calm in tense scenarios. You may feel like lashing out or raising your voice, but the strongest people know when to stay quiet and when to walk away. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.